Interesting. It's going to work. How is that possible? I'm not complaining. It's just like, how is that possible? Shocking. All right. Well, let's mute us there. Liz, you can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So bored. Wow.
Is it blurry?
No, my lighting was just like not flattering.
How's your recorder?
Oh, I didn't. I just deleted some of the stuff in the folder,
Oh, okay.
but I didn't get to do the reset.
Right. Cool. Oh, I like the banner. That's nice. I feel like every time we go live and on Patreon, it's always like we're stuck like on Patreon. It looks really cute. So
Is it live now?
it is live. I just want to make if anybody's coming in.
Yeah, Kim was saying she's waiting for the link.
Oh, okay. We'll wait till I think it's just the two of them come in and then I'll start hitting record. And of course, it's always a little delayed, which is always so fun. Yeah, you see all these steps?
Yeah, it's a lot of steps.
It's a lot of steps.
Too many steps.
It's too many.
That's why we need assistance.
We need an intern.
We do.
Hey Vic, can you hear us? Just let us know and then we'll get started. Ant's waving. Oh no. Did I join? Oh my God. Hold on a second. Nothing on our end.
Did you join as you?
Nope, I joined because I'm opening it up on my phone and I joined as Sam.
Oh.
Don't need to join as Sam.
Nope. Not tonight.
It's like I feel like it should just be smarter. You know, like I recognize what account this is. Yeah. Okay, so Vic can hear us. Perfect. Okay, Liz, did you hit record yet?
I didn't. I'm going to now. All right, we're good.
Ant speak.
Ant speak.
Ant speak.
Ant speak.
Okay. I don't remember which episode it was, but one episode it just stopped recording and Liz caught it super quickly. You remember that was a weird wires?
Yeah, that was bad.
I was like, oh no.
We don't know why.
Yeah.
Your computer had a popped up something, right? And we were like, why did that stop it?
Why did that happen? Okay. Hi friends in the live list. We'll do like recap. Questions are incorporated. Then we'll take a break and go to our little segments.
Sure.
And just to let you know the flow. And that's it. And we don't have a review.
Naturally.
Okay. Let me get situated here. Aunt was like, we should put lists on your TV. I was like, sure, but I don't know how to do that.
We'll figure it out.
So that would be fun if maybe Anthony, our in-house.
That would be fun if we had a guest, we could see them really big.
Yep.
I know. Or you. Like that would be so well, when it's just you, I guess it could just be on my computer. But
even still, no, that would you should turn that into like a web viewing thing there.
It's bougie. That's bougie.
It would be like Welcome to the OC Bitches when we were on their big screen. And they were so tiny.
And they were like this.
So tiny. Yeah. All right, let's get started. Happy New Year, Liz. This is the first Talkin Texas of 2023. How are you?
It is. It's the first podcast in 2023. I mean,
Happy New
us
Year.
recording.
Don't
Happy
talk
New
over her.
Year.
I was just saying Happy New Year. It was backdrop.
Oh,
Sorry. It was
thank
like
you,
this,
Aunt.
a backdrop.
I liked it. I liked the
Yeah,
music.
wasn't conversation.
Yeah, that voice you must recognize. It's husband, aka Anthony.
He's here.
He's here. He's been on before and he's gonna be on hopefully for more.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Since you know the series and can't seem to get Bobby and my sisters scheduled together. So
What's wrong with them?
and Randy hasn't caught
and
up.
Randy hasn't caught up, so I know.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it. We're discussing season 3, episode 8, New York, New York. Original air date November 19th, 2008. Written by Carrie Erin and directed by Jeffrey Reiner. So the Netflix recap. Tami considers new living surroundings while Eric considers a temporary replacement for Mac, who collapses on the field during practice.
Yeah.
Now, I chose this recap because it makes no reference of Jason.
No.
And I'm like, the title's New York, New York. This is Jason's. I'm going to tell you this right now. He's not on the island, but we don't see him for a little while. But how do we not? And this is like his farewell. Like, how do we not?
Like a little
see him?
while, as in like the season finale, like series finale.
I'm not going to tell you
Okay.
anything else. He's just not on the island. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But it amused me. So that is why.
Like, it's called New York, New York. Do you think that was the A story, or do you think that was actually like the B story? Like, because it felt kind of B story, but it was the title of the episode.
You do? You felt it was B story?
I think so.
What was A story? Like Coach
Yeah.
in the house? Coach just going through it?
I think Coach just going through it. Really
Yeah.
was kind of the main driver of the episode.
Yeah, I felt that the overall theme of this episode was the what ifs. So many, like everybody's questioning. We have Jason questioning, Tim reassuring, Coach, Tami, Tyra. Like literally everybody in this episode is what if? What could happen?
On the cusp of big changes.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's start with the boys. They're all out celebrating their big win, the closing. They all have money now. They're cheersing. Jason tells them that he's going to New York to meet with an agent. This is also the last time we see Herc.
No. I could assume. Well, damn. But he wanted to open up a children's orphanage.
What do you think about that?
I thought that was so sweet. And then he said, like, or get 47 more margaritas. So I was like, oh, Herc, you're so sweet, bruh.
Yeah, so it seems they each got $14,000.
Big money.
That's pretty decent amount of money
I would take $14,000
for sure. I would take it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But like, that's great. I guess that's all you get for selling a house out there. I wonder.
Well, they split it 4 ways.
Right. But that's still only like not a lot of money. It seemed like a pretty nice house. I can't believe it only sold for that much.
Wait a minute. Is that 14?
I mean, there's tax.
Wasn't it 265, right? Because they wanted it to 295.
Yeah, maybe they didn't get that.
Me doing the math. $56,000.
Who knows how it all breaks down, but yeah, that's not a lot of money.
I heard that correctly, right? They each got $14,000. Isn't that what they said?
I don't remember the figure.
I can't. Yeah, I didn't
really
strictly pay attention to hearing that that part of it. Yeah, where are your headphones connected?
Why, you can't hear me?
No, I can, but your string is like.
Oh.
So
is that better? Less distracting for you?
It wasn't distracting. I was just confused, but we're good.
Well, now we're talking about it.
I just happened to see you touch it and I was like, yeah, where is it plugged in? Yeah. Anyway, so I mean, the details that we're going to harp on, nobody else is going to say anything about.
Yeah.
But they got some money.
They got some money. And so Jason and Tim head to New York. First off, what did you think of these two in New York?
They were just a sight, but not really out of place also. No, I
Uh,
mean in Times Square, like
well,
like
yeah, that's just a clusterfuck of every type
yeah,
of person.
like you could see a Tim Riggins walking down Times Square, no problem.
Yeah, it was just funny the first scene of them like crossing the street,
Yeah.
and you're like, those are cowboys.
Yeah, yeah,
But great.
Also, just how Tim handles people in New York. Like, oh, you're wearing a suit. Let me ask you, where can I get this suit? I'm going to lean into the taxi window, ask you a question. Like, very polite, very in your face.
yeah. Like people are gonna be friendly and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah. That's
Right.
right.
He has
Asking the guy
no
wearing a
clue.
suit, where'd you get the suit?
Right.
The guy's like,
And
I don't know, like
I'm surprised
wherever.
the guy even like said anything. He'd be like, screw you.
Right. It's true.
I know. I know. So these boys, their plan is go to New York. Jason's going to show up to Grant's office, hopefully get an interview. They get a suit along the way. And to me, this is like young, blind faith, also putting all your eggs in one basket, because we come to find out that Jason actually doesn't have an interview
Yeah.
with Grant. Like, this is all just working out, and these two are just making it work.
Why didn't he bring a suit though?
I know. Good point.
Like we know he has one.
Right. He's a car salesman.
That's what I'm saying. He's got
Don't
one.
they
Why
wear
is-
suits?
Why is like, do you do that? Go someplace without the clothes you need, and then buy it along the way.
And we
Yeah.
also have seen him wear the suit because we've seen him sell cars in Buddy's dealership.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, this wasn't thought that well out.
Or it was just supposed to be this comical scene of these two trying to buy an expensive suit and then getting a 2 for, I guess they got 2 for 200 deal. Was that a good deal?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's it's a pretty good deal.
And they got shoes and stuff, like
Socks.
lots of things included. So they're good.
It's not like gonna be like top quality like that $1,800 suit. Obviously,
No.
like that was gonna be like a really nice suit. But
Yeah.
Assuming they filmed this in the city,
Yeah, I believe they
'cause
did.
I would think it was very elaborate. I didn't think that was a set.
It also felt really gritty. Like, it felt like
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah.
It also didn't like glorify it. Like, I feel like when we have shows that go to New York, we get this very rose-colored glasses version. This felt very
Right, like clean and
this
not
wasn't that.
crowded. No, this
Right.
wasn't that.
Even so much. So Jason goes to this, he meets with Grant. Grant humors him and talks to him and pretty much tells him, like, I can't just give you a job. That's not how this works. I barely got this job. And your buddy Wendell went with another agency. So there's nothing we can do here. And so we have this scene that I don't know if you found this list because it's your first time watching it. Now I've seen this episode 3 times, but we have the boys going through Times Square at night, and Tim is like all excited to see Gypsy, but they're walking so slow.
Awful.
And like, okay, for one thing, it's Times Square. Yes, it's jam-packed, but it just felt weird.
It felt like they were filming a television show. It didn't feel realistic.
Right. Like,
But
the people were sorry.
it was kind of like they were on a line, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, I feel like maybe, and I don't know the logistics of filming this, but it almost seemed like, hey, if you allow us, you guys can appear in this shot. Because you had people, if you notice, like with cameras out.
I'm sure they just like asked people like randomly like that were on the street to just be like extras in the scene.
That's true. It just felt so weird and so
Like I feel like that's probably how it has to be
in New York, right?
in especially in Times Square. Like you can't like just close off an area at Times Square if you're
Yeah.
Friday Night Lights.
Right.
Maybe if you're James Cameron, you can, but
Right. I mean, that's something that always bothers me in TV shows where the kids will walk so slow in the hall. And I'm like, don't you have to get to class? Like they're
Like 3
walking like
minutes.
so 3 minutes, so slow
Yeah.
that it's so obvious that we're watching a television show. It takes me out of it, a little bit.
This for sure took me out of it, but I understood for story purposes, this is where we're going to get the brilliant idea of Tim being like, hey, Jason, go to Wendell. Let's get him. Give him your speech and bring him back to Grant and get yourself a job. So ultimately this works out, which like in my mind as being a New Yorker, I'm like, them traveling with ease on the subway to this office was Wendell in Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it that like
Right?
Yeah, he had a Steelers like sticker
Yeah.
on his fridge.
Yeah. And then back to the city, and then ultimately in the end to Jersey. I'm like, everybody's traveling. There's no traffic. I guess we don't need to see the traffic, but
yeah, but it did happen quick. You're right.
so quick.
Yeah.
When we come to see next episode, this isn't a spoiler, they're only gone for 3 days. So a lot happened in 3 days.
Yeah.
Ultimately though, Jason gets the job, which we knew this was going to happen. Right, Liz, you kind of predicted this was going to happen.
I did. I not in that capacity,
Like how
but
fast?
so fast and pretty unrealistically
Yeah.
happening. Just because he gets the player, then the guy's like, yeah, sure, I'll offer you a job.
Yeah, like that guy was like about to not have a job himself, and now he's just like, you get one
Right, like
person,
how do
and you're
you
like,
make
who's not
room for
even
him on the
earning yet?
payroll?
Yeah.
Right. And Jason ends up telling Erin, which she also didn't know he was coming. So that was another big surprise. And ultimately, of course, she says yes. And he's like, I got this job. It's only 40,000, but that's pretty good for starting.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
Yeah, entry
Not in
level.
Manhattan, but
Right.
but still entry level. Yeah.
But New
Right.
Jersey, maybe a little better.
Yeah.
How did you feel? Did you feel the connection between Erin and Jason?
No, but I've never felt it.
No, I
And
know.
to me, I feel like, why couldn't she have said this to him a few weeks ago when she decided to move her baby across the country? Why couldn't she say, I love you. I'd love for you to join us. He had he's put this pressure on himself. And I know we talked about this before. He put this pressure on himself to make a really decent living so that he could help out Erin. But she like never asked him to do that. And then she also never asked him to come with her. She didn't even, she wasn't like, would you consider this? It was just like, I'm going with our baby. The whole thing is not my cup of tea for storyline for Jason Street. But if he's happy, they seem to be happy. She's like, I missed you. Did you call? Did you write? None of that. I don't know. It's very unbelievable for me. And I'm curious to see how you feel about this relationship.
Yeah, I mean, I think like that pressure that he put himself, is really just about the baby more than anything. And I feel like it just propelled them to this like level, there being a kid. So I don't, there was a lot of pressure on that. And I mean, I agree with you about not saying anything and just like not considering him and just moving. But, on the other hand, like what was he going to do for them there? Back in Texas. Didn't she have family? Is that what she
does?
Well, that's why she moved back east. Yeah.
Right. Because I guess maybe she felt like she needed help.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah. Jason wasn't gonna, be able to do that, give the level of help that she needed as a new mom. I hear it's tough.
Right. Like, does she think he's not capable physically of helping her?
I think it was financially and time.
Yeah, financially and also probably on some level physically too, but mostly financially.
Yeah, because he kept saying when we saw the one episode of them trying to figure stuff out, and then she leaves, but she's like, I have to work all the time. He's like, I'm not making enough commission selling cars. It's going to pick up, which leads him to flipping the house and getting some money. Anyway, how did we feel about the goodbye between Tim and Jason?
Texas Forever.
Texas Forever.
Yeah.
I had a feeling.
Yeah. I loved him in this episode.
Yeah. Remember that real tight zoom?
Yeah, it was like
real tight
this
zoom
part of his face.
Yeah. We're going to get the pores.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't love that.
I think they wanted to like
shot.
get like the tears. Yeah, no, it was silly. It was kind of like, I don't know, like it was emotional, but also I feel like it was kind of, I don't know, a little bit of like, I don't know, cliche or cheesy.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't feel for it, but
Yeah.
you know.
A
I
little
feel like
forced.
a little forced. And I feel like we could have been fine if we just had maybe a wide shot and him like put his hand up or something.
Yeah.
Like
There
a-
were like
Yeah,
better,
just like a waiver.
Yeah.
there were better moments like with Tim and Jason like throughout the series.
Mm,
I feel
like more heartfelt.
yeah.
yeah. Agreed.
Maybe it was like the setting, kind of like it was in Texas or something.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it was just very sweet.
It was very sweet. Vic asks, would you preferred Jason as a coach versus an agent?
No, I don't know. Either
Okay.
way, he's going to kill it.
Yeah.
So
I
it's,
mean, like, yeah.
they're both in the sports world.
You do like, I guess, better people things as a coach. But no, I guess I don't really see it because like he did the car sales thing. So he's kind of just like a people person. He knows how to like get to people. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
as an agent, part of you can be a coach, right?
Yeah, sure.
Like that's kind of how he sold Wendell on kind of like if you go with this agency and you go with Grant, he's going to be there cheering you on. He's going to work extra hard for you, kind of like be your personal coach. He'll be so thankful. Yeah, again, it's just amazing this all worked out, but happy for you, Jason. All right, let's move on. So Tami in this episode, she's looking at a new house at a foreclosure price. She shares it with Eric, and Eric's not happy with Tami looking at the house, who she learns about this house from Katie McCoy, which Katie and Tami have become cute friends. I like their friendship.
Same.
Yeah. And so she tells Eric about the house. He's not happy about it. Then she brings Eric to see the house, still not happy about it. She can't sleep one night, still thinking about the house, brings him again. And then he says, we can't afford it.
He says no again. Like
says
nothing,
no again.
nothing changed.
No.
Like I didn't, and then she was happy. She's like, you just have to tell me 3 times, and I get it.
I don't know, Liz, I'm curious how you feel. And I don't know if maybe this was just to show the two of them being a team. I don't really understand the point of the back and forth with the house. Maybe the house doesn't matter in a relationship. Obviously, was it necessary?
No, I don't really think it was necessary. While I would have loved for them to have bought the house and moved in and have more space, he's like, we can't afford it. And I know you love it, but we can't afford it. And then she's like, I guess you just need to tell me 3 times that we can't afford it, and I'll finally believe you. I guess she realized, like, no, he really is putting his foot down. We can't afford it. It was like a pipe dream for me that I thought that this was going to happen. And she's like, I don't really need the house. I just wanted the house. Like, we're good. As a family, I love you. I love our family. I just wanted to, like, give us a little present, but we don't need it.
Little present.
A very expensive present.
Vic wants to know, would you ever go over budget on a house?
Mhm.
And should you answer that
Yeah.
for us? Actually,
These days you have to.
You have to,
We
but
almost did.
we almost did. But I said this in the chat, but today, January 2nd, to the day, is the first time we came and saw this house.
It's true.
It's pretty funny.
It is. And the old homeowner, I still talk to her. She texted me yesterday a time hop, and she's like, it was a picture of her schedule for the day for January 2nd. She's like, you guys were the 12 to 12:30 spot. And I only remember this because I liked you guys so much.
Oh,
oh my God, I can't believe you have that picture.
And we were late.
We were late.
Well, we weren't late,
No,
but
our
our realtor went to the wrong house.
Oh no.
That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yep. So we were just sitting there in front of the house,
Yeah.
and she was looking at us.
I know.
Just like,
Like
there
5
they
minutes.
are. 12 to 12:30.
I remember when we came in the house and I was like, this is really cute. It's manageable. I like the tree in that spot. They had their Christmas tree up. And then we went downstairs. I was like, oh, they use natural cleaning products. That's a good vibe. That's what sold me on this house.
Mhm.
But especially on Long Island, you definitely have to overpay for a house. So
Right now, yeah.
Mhm. Right now, especially, but
yeah.
majority of the time, yeah.
But I think it's like your personal threshold, because even though we did overpay, we're not house poor.
No,
Totally. We're not
Remember that other house? I remember when we went all the way up. Like it was like the split level.
in Med. Oh,
Yeah, in Medford. Yeah,
oh my God, that house was so nice. I don't remember what we offered though.
I do. It was a lot. That would have been too much. I think we would have definitely been house poor.
Mhm.
But that one needed no work,
No work.
to it.
Oh my god.
Right. So it's
It
like,
was so beautiful.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, that was a beautiful house. Cash. So Cash has to go away to be a cowboy for 6 months.
Just go.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Go.
He tells Tyra, I love you. I will do my best to stay loyal to you, but it gets lonely as I'm away. And as this is happening, this scene, Aunt goes, at least he's honest.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yes.
this guy, I'm giving him 100 points for honesty.
Right.
But what a shitty answer.
It's the truth, though.
It's the
Like, I'm
truth.
sorry, it's what needed to be said. It was the
Right.
absolute truth.
And she
He put-
heard it,
Yeah,
and she
put the-
didn't even, I mean, she was upset about it. And then later on, she's like, well, to get over that hump, I'm just going to come with you.
Yeah, because out of fear.
Yeah, she gave up
Yep.
on her dream. Well, yeah, out of fear of
Well-
failing to get to college. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So Tyra has
Mostly
this,
that.
Yeah, she has this interview with this college that Tami set her up for, and this phone call from Cash happens, which I was like, why did you answer your phone?
No.
Never do that. You're about to go in an interview or just see someone in an appointment and answers the phone. It's like, I need to take this.
Well, she, had been trying to reach him.
I know, but it's just like bad looks, in my opinion.
Yeah, bad. And the interviewer was like, okay, go
Like,
ahead and take the
noted.
call.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have important calls that you're waiting on. I mean, the interviewer didn't know what it was about. Like if you're interviewing somebody and they come in, they're just, I'm so sorry, bad timing, but I just have to take this call. Like what if they were waiting on like results, or they had to confirm an appointment, or they were waiting on a call from somebody really important with a really important message,
I don't know. It's still
or somebody's in the hospital with a touch and go. And
I feel like she was
you're
on the
waiting
phone for
answer.
longer than she should have been when she was making someone wait for her.
I also think if it's a call from your boyfriend, I feel like if I was going in for an interview and you called me, I'd probably, I guess text you. She could have texted.
I think, yeah, maybe,
It was
maybe.
fear-based though. She answered out of fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So this interview she doesn't feel too confident about. She goes to talk to Tami about it, and then Tami says it went fine and that it's good practice, which I feel like that just means you didn't do great. Yeah.
Like she already knows.
Right. And so this changes her mind as she's looking at a list of future colleges to talk to. And she's like, screw it. Who needs school? I'm just going to go Cash. Let's hit the road. So what do you think about this list?
I sort of predicted this.
Yeah.
Like a few weeks ago when we met Cash, I'm like, well, he's up to no good. And Tyra is very easily, she isn't. I just felt like, the his culty mentality.
She's convinced that Cash was supposed to be in a cult.
No,
she's like,
just-
I can't wait for that to happen.
A cult. A cowboy
Just
cult.
like, he's meant to be on the road. And I just had a bad feeling that she was like, yeah, I like you so much that I'm willing to do that and give up my dream of going to college. And here we go. I
Yeah,
still
it's-
believe she will go to college, though.
It's
Okay.
definitely it's her bad choice, but like I'll just point back at Cash gave her every opportunity to, he said, oh, but school's important. He was he's like, nope, that's more important. That's more important. Please don't, spend your time on me because I'm not gonna be there for
Not
you.
gonna be there when you wake up.
And he basically said those words, and he was giving her all of the opportunities to be like, do the right thing, and then she just didn't.
I mean, there is something to be said about that because he was honest with her, but also I think he was honest with her, but not in a manipulative way.
Yeah, no, he's just a jerk. You know what I mean?
He's just a
Yeah.
jerk.
He's just a jerk. Like, and he's not lying to you about it.
Right, like not much manipulation unless he is the father of that baby
Mm-hmm.
and knows it.
Mm-hmm.
But if he doesn't know it, then he really truly was the honest, as honest as he could possibly be. Honest too much, a little too honest about things.
Yeah. We'll get into him more next week. So we'll get more development there. And then you can judge him more on his character.
Okay, sure.
Sure. Matty Boy, he asks coach if he can play wide receiver.
Good for him.
Good for him, taking some initiative,
Yeah.
even though coach tells him no, because if JD gets hurt, I need you to be there. So if you get hurt, then I have no quarterback, which Kim brought up a good point, and maybe you can answer this, but like, couldn't he play wide receiver? And then if JD gets hurt, couldn't he just take the place?
Yeah,
he
but
knows all the routes anyway.
Yeah, but he's worried that he'll get hurt first because the wide receiver might get hurt because they're getting tackled all the time.
Right, like
So if Matt
Matt's
gets
not
hurt.
like Matt would be easily hurt,
Yeah.
I guess.
And then hypothetically in that scenario, then JD goes down, and like you said, now he's got to start a 7th grader basically.
I mean, it's a little bit of a far-fetched request, I feel.
For Matt to ask him to play wide receiver.
No, I just mean like for coach to be like, that's the only reason I can't give it to you.
It's a big reason when he's their key component. You have to have a good quarterback to win, and they're about to go into playoffs. And hypothetically, if somebody gets hurt or two people, it's not out of the real. It happens, big injuries at the wrong time. Sports, sports people get it.
When we were watching, I'm like, when they were like red 40 and blue 4, I'm like, Aunt, are these real plays? Like, what does this mean? And your answer?
Oh, they're just, people have names for plays and
it's just like a code name so the other team doesn't know what you're saying, right?
Yeah, but there's all sorts of coded messages in the things that they scream out, and
Is the 40 the line?
No. I really couldn't speak to all the specifics about how they get to those things. So maybe somebody can come up with why.
Yeah.
Why people do that. Come on, sports people, do it.
Yeah. Anyway, so Julie, she gives Matt some advice. Like, you just have to be persistent. Keep bringing it up. So we have this family dinner scene. Matt's over for dinner, and Julie just comes out and says, like, why won't you let him play this position? And coach is like, we don't talk about football at dinner, which for him to say that, it's like, are you serious?
Such a jerk.
Right. And so then Matt's like, let's go out. I will show you. If I 10 out of 10, like, let me show you the routes. If I miss one, we'll drop this conversation. So in the middle of dinner, which I'm like, stomach pains.
That's how I was worried about the cramping.
The cramping, right? Anyway, they go out into the street, and Matt's doing so well. And we're like rooting for him. Gets 9 out of 9, and then the 10th one comes, and coach overthrows.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good throw.
Yeah.
I mean, he pulled his arm out after that, but I was like, okay, coach. It's been a while.
Yeah, but this causes Matt to not catch the ball, but also makes coach rethink his decision. Like, okay, good job. And in that moment, I think coach really wanted him to get 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Part of it is on the quarterback, and I think coach really did have a shitty throw. So
yeah,
overthrowing is a thing.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think? Do you think Matt will become wide receiver, as Vic wants to know?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
I think I mean, I feel like
Matty Boy whatever he wants.
I was gonna say give him whatever he wants, because as we know, this is Matt, and he doesn't generally get anything that he wants. It was by default that he ever was QB. So,
well, he was QB2. He's just QB2 again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just he never thought he was gonna play. And now then he was like, I really like to play. What is my purpose? And, this is a good way for him to actually be out on the field again and not be benched. I think it will happen for him.
What do you think about him and Julie, girlfriend, boyfriend? It's official. We've heard the name.
Okay.
Liz, I think Liz is like, I'm done with these people.
No,
done with Matt and Julie.
No, I'm not. I actually really loved Matt in this episode.
Yeah.
And I tolerated Julie as much as I possibly can. She was a good girlfriend.
Yeah, she was
for
good
sure.
in this episode. Yeah.
In this episode, I think it was the time and place. I mean, it was awkward for her to say it in front of them and during dinner, but it worked out because Matt proved that he could do it. And honestly, at that age, I feel like we're their boyfriend and girlfriend already. Like to me, it wasn't like we needed another official title because we did that already. Like if you're gonna do it, you might as well do it again.
Mules.
Mules?
That's their ship name. Mules.
No,
Mules?
No one calls them that.
No.
Mules. But you don't like sailors, so maybe we can call them mules.
I like mules better than sailor.
All right,
Mules.
so we could do that. Mules. All right.
Okay. I thought that was a known thing.
Known to who?
A lot of people.
Nobody calls
I
them.
just assume all of my thoughts are not very original and that people have already done it.
Wait, is sailor their actual ship name?
I think it is.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I
mean, it doesn't matter. It's not like it ever mattered.
It's mules now.
I think because we never call her Jules.
No, we never
So
do.
that's why. So I think we have suggested Mooly.
Mooly.
That's good too. I like that better than sailor.
I don't know.
We'll
always
work
come
on
back to this. We always revisit it every couple of episodes and nothing ever feels right. But I like mules.
Yeah, we'll try it out.
Okay, last but not least, during practice, Mac faints. So he's having some medical issues. He has to rest. He's in the hospital.
I think he had a heart attack, no?
I don't know. Some medical. I feel like it wasn't.
Some angina?
Yeah. He's got that angina pain.
Yeah. Buddy and the boosters suggest that Wade should step in as assistant coach, which we know coach doesn't want this because Wade is associated to JD, who's associated to Joe, and we don't like Joe McCoy. But after talking to Tami about it and considering, Wade does get the replacement.
You know what I thought was maybe going to happen?
What?
Is that Jason or Matt would come and replace Mac just for a little bit. Just, because I feel like what if Jason didn't get that job? He would need something else to do. But I think we did this already, right? Like he already gave him a job and then he quit.
Yeah.
So never mind.
But remember when he gave Jason the assistant job but he couldn't give the other student a job who came back?
Yeah. But remember, Jason said he didn't want to coach anymore.
Yeah.
So just like that wasn't his passion.
Right. And also things change when you have a baby and a baby mama who don't live in the state. Yeah. All right. So we're going to take a short break and we'll return with all of our segments.
Short break. Welcome to the short break.
My foot is freezing.
Short break.
Kim and Vic, they like mules.
Okay.
We're good with that.
And then Kim said, I couldn't even tell who fainted because the camera was so shaky. That's really funny.
Do you want me to stop my track or you want me to just continue?
No, you can keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Welcome back from break. Will sent us a very interesting list, and I'm excited to share with both of you. So Will says, is Tyra just a Texas Marissa Cooper? And Marissa Cooper, if you don't know, the OC. So here is his case. 1, both have academic aptitude, but their grades slip at times. 2, both are leaders in school president, and social chair. 3, both found one good boyfriend, Landry and Ryan, with a slew of horrible guys or even just bad relationships with decent people, Reagan's and Alex. 4, both have tendency to run away from their problems. 5, both have been present for a homicide. 6, both have moms with guy issues that they replicate. 7, both are tall blondes. 8, both started the show dating the town douchebags who later become lovable, Reagan's and Luke. 9, both are very apprehensive to enter college. And 10, both have strong women who don't give up on them throughout their time in high school, Tami and Dr. Kim.
I mean, it's a perfect argument.
Wow.
You know, I love Tyra.
I know.
I love her.
But she just didn't fall from like the top like Marissa fell from the top. You know, we didn't see like we see a lot of the same character there. I guess so. I think like in terms of character, yes. But in terms of like story but that was just really kind of like
they're like opposite. Like Marissa fell and Tyra seems to be
like
trying to make her way up.
Yeah, and Tyra was just kind of like very like level, but like with like a little dip. And Marissa was like, whoa. And then
Marissa was like a nose plant.
The same thing. Yeah. She did like a big drop off, but then did kind of like the Tyra where she just kind of like slowly went up and down like on a very low pitch.
Yeah.
So a lot of similarities. As far as like a character. Yeah.
And traits and stuff.
Yeah.
That's good.
That was
definitely
good, Will.
that's great.
Thank you. Another OC related question. Vic asks, could you see Volchuk playing football, being Tim's nemesis?
No.
Being Tim's nemesis? I don't know if they'd be nemesis, but yeah, sure, he could play football. Wide receiver. I imagine he'd come in, he'd be like
he's super thin.
He'd be kind of like a voodoo, but like in wide receiver position. Like where he just create kind of like some chaos on the team.
Chaos.
Yeah.
I don't see him in that at all, but that's Ant's person, so I'll agree.
I think he'd play any of the sports I can see him playing.
What?
Any of the sports. Pick any of them in any show ever.
You see Volchuk playing any sport?
Tennis, golf. Yeah, absolutely.
You're just being...
No, he can do whatever he wants.
Okay, Ant. Like, serious that no.
Yeah, sure.
Tennis?
Yep. Do they play tennis in, Gossip Girl and stuff?
They play in Pretty Little Liars.
Okay.
And I think they played squash in Gossip Girl, right?
They did. We had that Chuck moment.
He'd be a squash bro.
No, he would
bro.
not be a squash
He
bro.
would just be the person on the other side that you would hate. They're always there. There's always a Volchuk.
Yeah, okay. If anything, I could see him maybe playing basketball. I could see him being on the opposing team versus the Ravens.
Mm-hmm. That too. Absolutely.
Maybe.
Yep.
But not squash.
Yep. Why not?
Okay. I don't agree with this, Sam.
Water polo?
No. All right, let's move on. I'm done. Favorite quote of the episode list. What do you have?
Does your dad not like me anymore, Matt?
Ant?
Call 911. That was when Coach told somebody to call 911. It's serious though, but like
that was your favorite quote of the episode.
It's a good learning lesson because one thing that people don't usually remember to do in like hectic situations like that is to somebody call 911.
I feel like that's all people do in hectic situations. They say call 911.
Some people forget. It's an important lesson. Call 911.
I can't tell if you're joking right now or if you're trying to be serious.
No, it's actually it's totally the line of both. Like I am being serious, but like it is a little bit of a joke, but also it's very serious. Got to call 911. He knew what to do in that moment. Who else was calling 911 before he said it? Nobody.
Well, maybe
we
didn't see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was yours Texas Forever?
It was. Thank you.
Because I almost went with that.
Yeah, I feel like that was very fitting.
Yeah.
Coach moments. What do you have? Do you have any?
I wasn't really team coach. Not that I wasn't team coach. I shouldn't say that. He was just very stressed in this episode. So stressed. Everything was like a stressor. So I chose Tami. I think Tami is just like a good support to Tyra, as we know. And I loved her moments. I did obviously like the moment where Coach was with Matt and the football, but I don't know. Was it a coach's moment? He was just like testing him.
No,
I guess that's what a coach does.
He was a coach. It was that was my coach's
Mine
moment.
too.
Yeah, because he did like even when he like at the very end, like and you could tell he was starting to like he shifted his mindset like when he got the first few, like he was having more fun with it and
Mm-hmm.
he was enjoying watching him play and be able to be good. And he was upset like when at the end when he didn't catch that last pass, and he even called himself out. So it was a piss poor pass. So
He did.
so like, I felt like that was a good like it showed even him admitting that he did not throw it that well was a good coaching moment.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I chose that as my favorite moment, because I feel like it was just back to the basics of coach playing football with his boy,
Yeah.
like one of his players. I really enjoyed that. MVP and shittiest. Do you have yours?
Yeah, I do.
Liz, do you have yours?
Yeah, I think so.
MVP first.
Yes, but we're not going to do 3, 2, 1 because it's a little hard to sync.
Okay.
So it is MVP first, but Liz is going to go first.
Okay, good. Okay.
I picked him. He was a good buddy. I originally had Tami because I love her always, but I think I'll give it to Tim this week for just being a good support system for Jason. And he had a moment. He was like, he teared up. He loves his friend.
Yeah,
Sweet.
it was sweet. Aunt?
I actually have 3. It's Tim, Coach, and Jason. It's like a slash kind of situation.
Can you morph it?
What do you mean?
You have to morph the names.
Oh, into one.
Like
Toachson.
Yeah, I had Tim. Same reasons as you,
Yeah.
Liz. But yeah, we had votes for Riggins, for Jason. Kate, actually, I liked what she said. She goes, I didn't really have any questions related to this latest episode, but I just have to say that although my MVP was Riggins, I think Julie, and in parentheses 2 exclamation points, deserved an honorable mention for helping Matt with Coach and for confirming for us that she is Matt's girlfriend.
Sure. Yes.
Sure.
I will accept. Blue ribbon to Julie. Blue ribbon.
Blue ribbon to Julie. What about your shittiest?
I put Cash.
So did I. That was across the board.
Yeah, but also I feel like Tyra, she let me down, but I wouldn't say she's shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Tara had the worst fall, I think. I don't know. I didn't really like Tami I almost like in this episode because like I don't know. She was like so focused on this like getting this big house for some reason. Like I just didn't. It just felt very un-Tami like.
I want to touch upon that, but what you said, I kind of like what did you say? Biggest fall?
Yeah.
Maybe we should change that because I feel like every week, like no one's really ever shitty. It's just like who had the what'd you say? I don't know.
It was like the biggest fall.
The biggest fall of the episode.
Yeah.
Because
she's applying to colleges, having college meetings, and then going off on the road with, this cowboy, a rodeo clown, basically.
Biggest fall. I'll write that down. But Tami, I don't know. Sometimes you just want more for your family, and you get like obsessed with the idea of something you're working towards.
No, I'm not hating on her for it. I just it was just kind of it just felt like I don't know like. Stop pressing this house. And then she just like rolled over on it when when he said it's too expensive for the 4th time.
Well, maybe she just really needed to have his focus and be like, I just want you to make this decision with me and have this conversation, like a real conversation with me, instead of just being like, no, we can't do it.
Like, you think it was too snap, the decision making, like the first couple times, and she wanted to see him sleep on it, and just time to pass,
and like intense eye contact and experience it together.
That's fair.
Yeah. So we do not have a Panther of the week, but I have faith that one of our lovely listeners will leave us an Apple Podcast review, and then you will become the Panther of the week. And by doing this, you help the show grow. Like, we know you're listening. I see you. I see the numbers.
See you.
We have a consistent number of listeners, but I know not all of y'all have left a review. So please consider doing that if you haven't already. Which emoji should we pair with this episode? I was thinking the Statue of Liberty.
Okay, yeah, we could do that.
For New York, New York?
New York,
yeah,
New York.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And so you can take that emoji, you can send it in a DM, you can email it.
Email it.
Email it to talkintexasforever@gmail.com. You can drop an Apple Podcast review. We just like to know that you're listening. And you can write something cute like, love these New York girls.
We are from New York.
And
New York,
we are from New York. So that's perfect. And then you can rate us 5 stars. Thank you so much.
Thank you, please.
All right, Liz. Who is our first booster of 2023?
It just went out of my head. Hold on. Who did I select? I picked.
I love that she doesn't even write it down.
Oh no, it's always right here. And
It's like a crystal ball.
Wait, did I pick? I think I picked Rihanna, lucky number 13, my girl. I'm pretty sure I picked her. If not, hello, and thank you so much for your support, Rihanna. It's always a treat when we get to hear from you, especially on Discord, and when we see you in our group hangs. It's just always nice, and you always have like words of wisdom. And I just wanted to shout you out, and you participate in the Topic Tuesday, and I'm just like, she's here, and she's been here for a really long time, and we just wanted to say thank you, and that we really truly appreciate you, and thank you so much for being with us for quite some time, for a long time.
Tree Hill Talk Days.
One of the OGs.
Yeah. Thanks so
Thank
much,
you.
girl. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing when you think about it. The Tree Hill Talk Days.
Oh yeah.
And she's one of those Tree Hill talkers.
So long ago.
All right, Liz, I'm gonna give you a look into next week's episode with a quote.
Yes.
Yes. So the title for episode 9 is Game of the Week. And the quote is, Friday night, you're going to be playing on national television, baby, buddy.
Like, I'm assuming he's maybe saying that to JD. Just a thought.
Okay.
All right. So is it the playoffs?
We're getting to playoffs. Yes.
Okay. It's a big game for JD McCoy. Big game.
A big deal for the Panthers.
Well, yes, but they've been there before. Not to discredit them, but this is JD's like first ever.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
His dad's going to be so obnoxious about everything. Some drama's going to have to happen there.
Yeah. What do you think about Tyra and Cash?
I think what will happen is, what I'm hopeful for is that we're going to find out that this is Cash's baby, and Tyra's going to be pissed, and she's going to leave. And she's going to say, screw this. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm going to go to school. Maybe she'll get another interview somewhere and she'll be more hopeful. It's not like, I was like, well, maybe if she goes and she gets a letter that she got accepted, that she'll like want to come back. But I think it's a little bit too soon for that. So I'm hopeful. I mean, what are we on? Episode 8 or 9?
We will be on
8.
episode 9 next week.
9 is next week. So not that many episodes left. Maybe she will stay. She'll stay for a few episodes.
Yeah.
Ugh, I don't want to see that, but maybe she'll stay for a few and things will be like kind of good. And then she'll finally realize like, oh no, this is not where I belong. What I'm hopeful for.
Okay. Good predictions. It's coming. I mean, like I said, we're going to get a look more into what's going on with Cash next week. I can give you that.
Okay. I hope he's just bye-bye after that.
All right. Last but not least, we do have Will's football poetry corner. Offensive coordinator. The offensive coordinator, or OC, runs the offense and calls the plays on that side of the ball. Our old curmudgeon OC Mac McGill is on the mend, so JD's personal coach takes over the coordinator position. Meanwhile, Street coordinates the recruitment of his high school football teammate and gets a job in the process. Even Matt is showing some OC skills when he suggests that he will be wide receiver to Coach Taylor, who eventually concedes to Matt's wish. Beautiful.
Always.
Offensive coordinator. Thank you so much, Will. Thank you, everyone, for listening. We're happy to be back. So excited. This is the year that we will finish this series.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Like, this is the final year for Friday Night Lights.
Yep.
And we're going straight through. So
No breaks.
there's no breaks, guys. Like, this isn't this. We are here until the end of 5, which we were going through our scheduling a couple weeks ago. And these seasons are so short.
They're so short.
Are they short? Yeah, I feel like
they're like 15 episodes each. And it's like back then, seasons were so long, like 24 episodes, 25 episodes, and then down to 15.
Yeah, so like end of summer 2023 is when we'll be done with this show.
And that's it. The special nugget. And like season 4 and 5, like things change.
Yeah.
People that you're going to love, you haven't even met yet.
Yep.
I can't wait.
I can't
wait. I'm so excited.
Yeah. There's exciting things to come.
Give me some Michael B. Jordan.
I like the show and the changes of the character. I don't always love that. You know? So like this is one where I actually do like what happens.
I agree to that because sometimes seasons, shows, we talk about this all the time, go on for so long.
And the characters change and you're like, I don't care.
Right. Or you bring in other people and you're like, we should have not done that. This is different because even though you're with people for a season or two, you actually really love them as much as I would confidently say characters from
the beginning.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, for sure. Which
is
I'm
really
so
excited.
Special. Yeah.
Yay.
But yes, thank you for listening. If you'd like to be a part of the show and submit a question or comment, you can email us at talkintexasforever@gmail.com. We can't wait to hear from you. We'll be back next week for season 3, episode 9.
See ya.
Boy.
Woo!
Thanks, Aunt.
Thanks, Aunt.
Thanks, Aunt.
Yes. Thanks, Kim. Thanks, Vic, for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Have a good night, guys.
Sweet
Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.